Yo, good morning, guys. Grab a cup of coffee or something to drink because we're going to go over everything in the v.258 update that came with the Demon Slayer collab today. Okay, what better way to start than the actual character select screen where the collab primarily has effect? So they've added Tanjiro as a playable character, which is going to be the majority of what you'll be doing during this event if you choose to participate. I will show you the rewards for that because a lot of people are still even now asking, is this worth it? Like, should we do this? Do I want to put in the time and effort for this? That is going to honestly be up to you, but I do want to at least say that if you want to get a lot of those event buffs back on your main character that we sort of just lost from the last event, I do highly recommend at least getting Tanjiro to level 200, which will be extremely easy, and I'll give you a lot of tips on how to do that. But for now, let's just kind of jump into the character really quick. So you'll want to do it through the character creation. You'll create him. You won't be able to do anything but really name him. And once you do that, it'll throw you on in the game. Okay, so we've made it in game, so now I can pull up Tanjiro and show you guys all the stuff related directly to him. So here on the active event side, you're going to have to go to the mansion portion here. This is going to start everything. If you want to receive buffs on your character, such as like the boss, the boss event buffs, you are going to have to go back to this map on every single character that you want those buffs on, but it only takes maybe 30 seconds in total. Little annoying, but it is what it is. So once you've accepted everything on the left side here through the start tab, we can see the Demon Slayer journal. Now, this is just showing you all the rewards for Tanjiro, and if you want to know if this is worth it, this journal basically will tell you that based on yourself. So keep this in mind. What's going to happen with this character with Tanjiro is when you hit 260, it's pretty much going to stop until the event's over. When the event is over, he's going to convert into a hero explorer. Not only can you become a hero explorer, but you can actually then do the normal explorer job advancement where you swap him to a paladin or dark knight if you wanted. So keep in mind, these rewards are, yes, for Tanjiro himself, but they also benefit you on the character that you're going to build if you need the boss meals. If you don't need any more boss meals, this probably won't be worth it, but there's probably a lot of people out there that could still benefit from using another 260 boss meal. But it's not as free as everyone was anticipating or thinking it would be, including myself. I was kind of bamboozled by this. I thought this character would be a lot more free, a lot less effort than it currently is, which does not seem to be the case. But all the rewards in here, you'll get the level 7 symbols. It's kind of like having a Hyperburn character without the nodes and the Hyperburn level boost, which kind of sucks. There is 100 frags here, which you can transfer to your main character. He will also get an arcane weapon box. If you're like me and you know how to do the right choice, you will always pick the Abso weapon or Dominator, even if it gets replaced later. He's really going to need it to level up. He can also go into bosses normally. So like, as you can see here, I've had some friends help me. We did like Horntail, and I've got pieces to make my own real CRA, stuff like that. So he can get carried on bosses just like normal. And then so for the rewards in here, right, there's even a event ring selector. It's weird he doesn't get a legendary emblem box until level 255. I don't know what they were thinking with that or why it's like that. That's just really late in the leveling to get an emblem box, but at least it's legendary. And then the ultimate level 260. So for the people, again, wondering, is this worth my time, boss meal or not? Let's say we're not really considering the boss meal aspect of this, just the leveling. It does give you a limited medal, limited as in we'll probably never see this again, and it's just part of the collab. So if you have that FOMO and you want to be a collector and say, I have the medal, and then you could also medal anvil it for, cosmetic appearance, the only way to get that is by getting to level 260. On the bright side, it's not a paid item and something you can get paid, so it at least shows that you participated and that you did that accomplishment of getting 260, even if it's pretty tedious and boring. It's all going to boil down to your sense of time and how you value your time in the game and things like that. So I don't think anybody can answer for you, is this worth it? But hopefully the information I provided kind of gave you more of a clear idea if it's for the type of person that you are. Now on the right side, we also have the boss mission journal. These will give a ton of cosmetics. I have the patch notes pulled up as well. So we'll get the mask, the label ring, the Inosuke chair, and the Nezuko Roid. That all comes for free from doing these boss challenges. You are going to have to raise Tanjiro quite a bit. They don't give you a lot of free materials to work with, so you are going to have to kind of boost him to get through these bossing challenges. And keep in mind that he doesn't have any nodes, so he does get his power boost from his skills, like his passives, but he doesn't have any nodes, so we don't have anything to boost him outside of that, unfortunately. Okay, I have to record this section again because I hit stream instead of record by accident. But so if on the main character or whatever other character you're playing on, if you've accepted everything through the journal, you've gone here, you went to the mansion, you should also have this Demon Slayer Corpse training journal. This is just one of those normal, cap out mobs 5 times per week. So if you miss a day, it's not the end of the world. Pretty easy to cash up. There's some nice rewards in here. Finally, we see some node stones and then some solar as well. Solar is kind of for reboot, but I know it's good for Reg World, so there you have it. Pretty nice stuff. And then at the bottom, we also have another medal that you can get for completing this journal, which is awesome. So I always like those free cosmetic rewards, and it's, it just comes naturally. And then in here, we also have the Zenitsu no Nosuke skin, which you can see them attack every 100 enemies. Pretty cool training skill. And then Tundra support. This is going to be your buffs that we normally see in the events that have you like your boss damage, your ID, etc. Bonus experience, arcane power, except we don't really have to do anything to increase this one other than I think it's get Tundra to certain thresholds. And then as time goes on with certain time gates, the better skills will unlock. I'll probably throw that up on the screen or something as well, but good skill. This will improve as time goes on throughout the event. And then last but not least, we have the Hinokami Kagura, which is pretty cool. This does a buttload of damage. I'll throw in a clip showing that as well here. Okay, so that should be everything for the Demon Slayer event for now. I am going to go into tips for leveling your Tundra at the end of the video. Look for the timestamp below if you want to jump to that advice. Just go straight there. But we're going to go into the rest of the things currently in the update. So the first thing that I'm kind of a bit of a nerd about, which I think is pretty awesome, is the Profession Auto Harvest system. I believe this is unique to GMS. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else. Now, I like this. I know some people don't because it requires you to have your computer on for a very long amount of time, and I forgot to do mine last night, let's be honest. I mean, you can see it, pretty obvious. But this is pretty cool. So now these 3 missions, I've seen some confusion with people thinking that they actually need to complete these in order to claim or to participate, which is not true. That might seem a little misleading. You kind of have to read the event. Reading the card explains the card, you guys. So these 3 missions here, defeat enemies level, monster park, and daily boss, is actually to get more efficiency, to make it faster. It's about 25% faster to complete your 8 hours, essentially. 8 hours is your max per day. Now, this works in conjunction with Threads of Fate. So you can get a ton, and I mean a ton, of profession materials for free by just playing the game or letting yourself sit AFK overnight, which is pretty cool. You can do this on any character once you accept it. So if I were to swap characters, I'll show you how easy this is. Unfortunately, the timer stops, so make sure you're manually turning the timer back on. But we're going to swap over to my Battle Mage, and I can show you right away. It'll be in my Start tab. Any second now. Boom, Start tab, Auto Harvest, Start. Boom, just like that. Swapped on over. Again, it does kind of suck that you have to make sure you press Start, but that's all it takes on your alts. You don't have to go through a quest line on every single alt. It just works. Okay, it just works. And then when you're ready to claim, you can press claim, it'll show you the rewards that it's gathered, and you could press claim to get those rewards, and they are like the normal account bound materials as well. Okay, so you don't even need to do these missions. If you happen to do them, cool, that's great, but I would not stress or sweat about it. If you do dailies, you probably already have these done anyways, so keep in mind you have to manually collect, or like manually click on it. There's 5% right there. Make sure you go in here and actually click it. Don't look at it and think, oh, it's done, I'm getting a boost. You need to make sure you click the mission, okay? That's important. All right, lastly, we have the new Rock Spirit Golden giveaway. I have my thoughts about this, the paid passes, but I don't really want to go into that in this video. What you can do is, if you like, if you want any of these rewards right here in the middle, you could just click on the pass. It's going to tell you this one is almost 40k Maple points, and this one is also 40k Maple points. So 80 bucks in total to get both sides, their individual passes. That is quite a lot. And they are going to give you these strawberry tickets, which are really good on Tanjiro, but only early on. And we're not going to get these in time, so I wouldn't rely on them. The sauna tickets are this new paid only AFK EXP room, just like the last event, except paid only, or when you're given tickets like this. Just tons of nice free rewards in here, even if you're not paying for the pass. So just make sure you check in like this. Boom, we've gotten a stamp. You don't really want to miss these. These ones are harder to catch up. There's a buffer of like a certain amount of days you can miss. But otherwise, you'd have to buy passes to catch up if you miss a bunch. And there goes my cat being a maniac. Okay, let's quickly go over what I did for my Demon Slayer to get him up to 226. And I did this very passively, okay? So right away, as soon as I was able to, I used these Strawberry Farm tickets, which you can use them at level 101. I think I didn't notice until about like 113, but I used them right away. And these are the best values. Some people were holding on to them. I recommend just ripping them. One or two will absolutely accelerate your progress and save you so much time in the really boring early game. So please just use your Strawberry Farm tickets, go from there, and then you can rip them all as well after you've completed your steps. Make sure along the way you're doing your Tanjiro journal as much as possible to claim these rewards, get your arcane symbols, things like that to keep progressing. You really don't want to stop the rhythm. You want it to keep going. But yeah, so my biggest advice really is just to use your Strawberry tickets. Now, if you participated in the last event, which I'm going to leave here, and I'm going to actually have to show you guys on the main character, so give me a second here. Now, it's a little bit too late for this advice, but you can always use it for future reference and just kind of understand how the game works a little bit. So this last event, the Tier Nog, we're going to go here. Events in MapleStory typically tend to stay open, like the stores, the reward stores, will stay open for about a week or so after the event has closed. So right before the event ended, what me and other people did was we actually bought out these golden Strawberry Farm tickets, right? And then the shop restocked while it was in a cooldown period, like right now. Right now, the event is over. People have been asking too, can I still get coins? No, the shops are just open for a week after. While the shop was down during that week, they restocked the tickets because the date. So we were able to have 5 going in and then 5 afterwards. So I had a total of 10 Strawberry Farm tickets, not including the reroll that happened as well, the rollback or whatever. The character save data didn't work properly. I used mine and then I got mine back and I kept my levels. I don't know how that worked, but it just something goofed, right? So when events end like that and you know something's coming up, like a hyperburn event, so for example, we're getting anniversary coming up, if there's anything in there like Strawberry Farm tickets that you can buy at the end of the event and save for a hyperburn or the next event, do it. Just do it. You can always plan ahead like that. So just keep that in mind, that those stores are open for the extra week. Now, unfortunately, that's all the advice I really have for the Tanjiro. I would just go to alternative maps, try your best. It's really slow. If you feel like you're banging your head against your desk doing it, then don't do it. It's not the end of the world. Or do what my friend does, do 1 or 2 levels a day, then come back to it and start tackling it slowly over time. So whatever it takes for you to, get to your goal, but definitely don't burn yourself out over this. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. And there's also plenty of cash shops if you're interested in indulging in any of that, but I don't really want to, support Nexon by going through that stuff. So up to you guys. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, it helped you in some way, leave a like down below, comment, share with your friend, and take care, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.